World, it's JWP, J Ward Primo Beats, coming to you live from home studio. For around 20 years, I've been mixing and mastering music, songwriting, rapping, freestyling, singing. Recently started, not gonna do that again. Hello world, this is JWP, J Ward Primo Beats, coming to you live from home studio. For around 20 years, I've been mixing and mastering music, rapping, songwriting. Recently started singing, along with everything else that goes with music production, such as graphic design, editing, photo editing, video editing. And for around 15 years, I've been using SynthEdit to make my own audio plugins. Check out my website, jwpsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. My Twitch, JWP stream, Facebook, JWP Mira, YouTube at JWPTube. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my Patreon, JWP Patreon. That's with 2 P's. There's exclusive content there for making your own audio plugins in SynthEdit. My GoFundMe, JWP Fund, or my PayPal, jwpmas@gmail.com. Likes, comments, subscribes, follows, whatever makes you click or appreciated. I'll be continuing along, remixing, remastering. Actually, no, I'll just be exporting some of my older beats in FL Studio, so mastering with a sort of static mastering chain. And last I left off, I finished up 2009, which is pretty big of a feat for me. I mean, that's a lot of beats just for that 1 year. I'm hoping that the years will start to thin out a little bit, as much as like it's not the most like what someone would want. So 565 separate items, and of those items, I'd say maybe there's 3 that have duplicates, and to chop that number in half, so 270 approximately different tracks. That's a lot of tracks. Mind you, some of those are just drum beats. A lot of it's just like really weird stuff, short pieces. However, I do have to break out the 2010. So I have to dig in the cloud for that. What's this? Okay, I think this is a direct link to the cloud part that I need. Let's get my monitor set up here. Something I might have done in advance, but didn't. I figured I'd just be able to tap it and not be in, but I have to log back in. It's there, multiple monitors, the multi-stream monitor and the Twitch monitor, and yeah. Okay, so I want Primo Beat mixed 2010. What does this look like? Okay, this is all mixed by month as usual. I'm not going to be continuing along with the month sort of thing. I do retain the original date for things, and I could always just look at these backups. That's a lot of items, 5 gigs. Okay, so there's probably lots here that have packed samples, and I'm not really sure what to do with those yet. 10 gigs of just FLPs. That's scary. It's not a good thing, because there's lots of packed data. Also, what I have to do here is to do dupe guru, and this finds files of the same sort of the same binary. Okay, yeah, so it looks like I have a couple files that are 250 megs right there. That's 2 gigs, and a couple more. I have a setup that has 100 megs. And then it just continues from there. Like I said, I'm not sure what to do. I'll probably have to do another sweep. I'm generally just tidying up, getting things sort of in order. And then I have to match sort of repeating tracks, and I kind of want a holistic sort of package. And during that holistic part, I'll probably rip out some of these pack samples just because they're being carried for nothing. So it looks like it might actually be a pretty I wouldn't say boring, but not that great of a year, because it looks like a lot of things have been redone again and again. just taking from previous years and started remixing them. Wasn't really the greatest idea, but yeah, not really sure what to do now. It's empty air. So maybe I'll just throw up a BRB, F around, and then come back later. I could do some packing now, I guess. See what I missed for packing. And I feel like I might be able to get away with just opening all the zips at once, which is probably a bad idea, but it'll allow me to figure out what's missing from where. So, yeah, this will also give me a reading of how many beats there are here. 283. Again, some of those are repeats and extract all. And just say open. Okay, it's not going to let me open them all. What happens if I just hit enter? Nothing. I believe it's like 11 at a time. The computer will allow. Yeah, looks like about 11, 20, 19, 16, 15, 15. So 15 at a time. I really wish I could just open them all at once. Yeah, see, that's what I want, is it for to open everything, and then I could just see what's inside, figure out what's missing, and then just load from there. I wonder if I could use like a batch command. Like, it shouldn't be that hard on the memory to open 287 files at once. It shouldn't be too bad. This is 2024. And it would be a lot more tedious to have to do them in batches of 15. I mean, I could extract them all, I guess. Right? Dump them all into one folder and see what's missing. Another workaround. Extract files. Extract all. I think I'm going to have to pop it open. It's actually a lot of samples too. I just realized that. What's really important? How big is that? How much is that? 6 gigs. I'm working on my local drive. I have 709 gigs free, so I should be okay to do that. And I kind of have to do that to see what's missing. How's this other transfer? Okay, so this other transfer is done. Just have an idea of what to do for 2009 previous. Also need a 2010 folder. Then hop into 2010. And I gotta extract all these to this individual folder. I'm gonna use Dupe Guru first. And determine what's duplicate from the top. And then I'll remove the folders. Then with Dupe Guru, I like to set the earliest number. So if, say for instance, here I have June 10th twice. I want the lower number. Right now it's referencing the higher number. So what I have to do is KCO solo coming through from BandLab. What's happening? It's your Wednesday or Tuesday, right? Tuesday. I'm gonna set default. Make selected into reference, control space, right? and then that one will stay, and then this one will go. So it's 2, 2, 3. This is the exact same. I don't know what's going on here. EBL. So that doesn't even matter. It's probably garbage. Would you like to join my band? No thanks. Thanks for asking though. Control space. That 2. There's a 2 here. More EBLs. I think EBLs are part of, what was it called? Emulator 3X. So here's 23. I want 23. A couple patterns. Those are just FFCs. SCs. 2 of the 4s. And same name. EBLs. So this one can be 2. That one's right. 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 Okay. So most of this stuff is. What happens if I go like this? I wonder which one this is. Fire. The Mega Dave. Can I clear the queue? Just refresh. Reload. Control Shift Alt R. Okay, so that works. But then I think it's floating on top now. Whatever. Okay, so time to dump all this extra stuff. Repeats. That wasn't actually a lot. Pretty good. So Control A, and then the button in the bottom corner here, I think. So, my right click. Actions. Send mark to recycle bin. And then it'll ask me directly delete files. Right, so I'll do that. So that wasn't a lot. I feel like I'm still going to have stuff running into things. Like there's going to be more multiples. So then I'll open up and I'll look for all files. And yeah, there's all the files. I just got to select them all. Just Shift End, and that should grab them all. Just make sure. And then I cut. It actually looks like I have folders in here too. Scratches. I'll just figure it out. Okay, Shift End, Control X. Back out in the 2010 folder, Control V. And now it's dumping. Woof. And then I have 4 with the same name. So Dupe Guru doesn't always do the best job. I'm going to keep both. It actually looks like they're different sizes and dates. So yeah. So it'll keep them both and it'll put one in brackets, right? Okay, so now I can get rid of the folders. And then off to the weirdness we go. Then I want 2010. I also want another folder displaying all of the files so that I can keep up with alternate versions. Because sometimes things are named like drum beat, and then there's drum beats from like multiple years, right? So I gotta tag them with their year so that I know the same name, just different year. Oh, 2010, there's still like, what, 14 more years to go. And I feel like these take me a week at a time. But like I said, as I progress, it's going to get slimmer and slimmer, especially the point when I was in college. Anyway, heading back to FL here, I'll just close this. That was just for a sound test. And yeah, so 2010, starting with 1P2_17. So was there ever a 1P2 from a different year? Oops, I didn't want that. And then to search, I just type in the letters 1P2. It looked like I seen it for a second. 1P2. Yes, so this is a 2009 across from 2009. So it's a continuance of 2009. So this is now a 2010 version. Let's load it up. It's the Babu. I don't know what the hell that means. It might be a setup file. And a setup file is just something with the beat floating and like a beat as an MP3 or wave. And then you kind of track over top of it with rhymes and stuff just to take the load off the PC. Yeah, this is just a setup file. It's actually techno trance dance. So, not sure what to do with that. So I can keep it for reference. So I'll keep the most recent version. Yes, it's the most recent version. And I'll just cut everything here. I don't know, maybe I'm making album data, right? Album data. Drop that there. Delete the first few there, and then just call this techno trance dance setup. So that's done. 1 to 2. So there's gonna be a lot of repeats, which is a little disappointing for me. Because I like to hear all my old weirdness. I've kind of already heard this stuff, right? So I got 2 SCH set up. This just looks like another garbage file. It's just a once upon a time a setup file. So let's go ahead and delete that. And 2, I got a monumentous amount of 2 here. Monumentous. Looks like this might be a final file from Camera Zone's album. And it's not going to be able to find any of the stuff. Oh, I went to get a Slurpee today and they didn't have any Pepsi, so I had to grab Coke. Kind of syrupy. Okay, so this is... Well, it's what? Yeah, so this looks like a final. It doesn't even have any instruments. Oh, it does have instruments. Okay. So I'm going to open everything up here and see what happens. In output. Look at that master chain. Okay, so it looks like it's working. For this track, though, if I play it, it'll actually get DCMA because it is registered as a track. I'll just pack it all. I mean, the files are lightweight, right? Yeah, I'll just pack it all. So I'll export this and then pack it all. So zip loop pack. I mean, 2010 final. So I got to remove 2008 final. Let's remove that and that. And add 2010 file to my final, to my shortcuts. Then export. Loop 2010. I already did. Was it really that fast? That was crazy fast. Are these files even here? Okay, so it must be packing the sound fonts. I miss sound fonts, how convenient they are. That's crazy. Okay, so there's not any vocals here. The beat continues for that long. How about no? Let's just go one time around here. So from here to here. And exports, wave, what's my master? Maximus here. Not sure what that setting is, and it'd be major pain to figure out what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss it over here for now, and then I'm going to replace this with my 2024 master chain. And then I'll replace this compressor here. Just going to remove it now with this Maximus I dropped in here. There. So it's essentially what it was, just a little brighter and a little cleaner. And again, I can't play it, otherwise I'll get DCMA on the YouTubes. So I gotta re-zip this, get that re-zipped. Then export the wave. Not sure how long this is gonna take. I want just the selection. Yes, okay. Then get it packed. This actually needs a 2009 tag as well. X. Oh, I need to actually send that, not cut. Send to compressed zip file. And this is called versions. Cut that. Drop that in the zip. Then, yeah, just gotta wait for it to finish. It's done. Let's close this. Start a new one. So this process will repeat for another hour. 4/6, again, another. Oh, I gotta find that date tag. That's what it is. 2010. Okay. I'm not sure what this is. Okay, it needs an output. Looks like there's something wrong here too. Like the pitch is weird or something. It's got output happening. I get another Maximus, which is interesting. Okay, I can't hear that. So it might be doubling on stream. I'm not using any headphones or anything. It's just the most comfortable for me, right? Noisy outside too. Okay, so this is a Maximus again. I'm not sure what it's using. Looks like the same one as last time. I'll just do the same thing I did last time. I'll toss it over here. And then bring in the master chain. Looks like the snare is missing. Okay. Okay. And then I'll pull the compressor. And bring this Maximus back in. Put this one out. I'm not sure what the snare is. How do you take links? Not right now. Maybe later today. Where's the snare? It's side chained. You got a queen. What's happening, people? How's your Tuesday? Okay, so it's going around. This is sort of an intro part. It's a bad structure. It's like 8 and then 16 and then 16, then 32 and 16 and 32. So I'm just going to cut this last 30. Would it be 32 plus 16? I don't know. 56? 58? I don't know. Cutting that anyways, get it saved. Oh, actually I can't, right? I gotta save first. The blue package. 4/6, I want a date on that. I'm not really feeling the mix. I'll figure out the mixes later. 2010. I just gotta get these out and figure out what's garbage and what's not. Okay, and then I can cut this. And drop the wave. I do have an outro here, so I'll grab this outro, pull it over, and we'll see what that sounds like. I think it sounded different originally, did it? No, that's how it goes. Okay, so let's get it out. How long is that? And final. Minute and a half. Whatever. Okay, so that's exporting. Moving on. Another 2010. All right, FL10. 4649. This last beat sounded like something from the Matrix. Yeah, these are old stuff. It's really weird stuff. Some of it gets kind of weird. Why is the lip here? Anyway, 13. Yep, you're tuned into the weirdness. Why did it end up over there? Whatever, let's toss it over here. That's done exporting. I save changes, no. Get it packed. 4146. So this doesn't have any alternate versions. Must have just been a quick mix. 4. Cut and paste. Cuts. Cut. This happened before. Something's open somewhere where I can't cut and paste. Interesting. Maybe this? That's the one I'm working on. Bugger, something's stuck. I gotta figure out what's stuck here. So Alt Escape, and then just cycle through everything. Tab, open all my Electron windows maybe. Okay, and then I gotta make them unclickable again. Okay, so now let's see if my hotkey is working again. 2010 final. Control X. I don't know what the hell. Okay, I'm gonna close Explorer here because I really need that hotkey. So I gotta reopen everything. Open. See if I can get the hotkey. The hotkey's back. I don't know what does that. I think it's a rename somewhere. That's what it is. Something is being renamed somewhere else. Back in, over here, there. Oh, something sitting on top. No. Okay. And then I want another Explorer window. This. Everything. Okay, it's being annoying again. My chat box is sitting on top. There. Okay, so what's 13? Did I finish packing the previous one? I did not, right? 4.6. X. And paste. Lucky number 13. Needs an output. Again, here with Maximus. I don't know what that is. But just reload the whole channel. Drop the compressor. Rename the Maximus. It's done. Try this one. Exported. This again, 2010 build. Wave. Again, these mixes, I don't really feel these mixes have to go by. Check out my daily dose of positivity. All right, thanks for dropping by. Until next time. Okay, moving on to the next file. So much to do. If I don't do it, nobody else is gonna do it. Which these looks like just a lot of remixes. Looks like this 2010 is new. Bass Ben is new. All these other ones upcoming. Arrow horns new. These classical things are kind of weird. I'm really feeling my old classical. Never been good at classical. Orchestration, I wouldn't say classical. Classical says that it's a classic, right? That's what it means. Okay, so this needs an output. This one actually looks new. Well, not new, but something part of 2010. Original compressor. Standard settings. Something goofy. I must have just gotten pillar horns. Okay, so let's bring in the master chain, clean it up. And 50FX. 50FX. That was only ever in 2010 and never went anywhere. You can hear like it's a precursor to Silhouette, definitely. 134_2. Did I get that packed? Did not. Freestyle beats. Okay, so that's exporting. Then 808 DX5. So this is one from a previous year. It has those platinum fat guitars, which is a giant sound font. What am I using here? Multiband compressor. Probably the maximize setting 1. Somewhere here. So let's look, compare. Maximize 1. Everything looks the same. So I'll drop everything here and open up master chain. Replace this standard compressor with the multiband compressor. Maximize 1. Needs an output. And you get a loop. Or a zip rather. And this is 2010. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while to zip, I think. Yeah. 50X is done. Slush all over myself. Okay, so done zipping. How long is it? Just once around. Exported. Packed. That's 20 August versions. Paste. Then exporting. So it's packed. What do I gotta do after? Nothing, right? Just close it. Another one open whilst I'm waiting. Close it. I didn't make any changes though. Did I? Bugger. I gotta look. Because I might have just saved it before adding the master chain. It's not listed. Of course it's not listed. 2010 final. Okay. And no, it's fine. It's good. Close that. Okay, and then on to this 2010. Its own namesake of the year. I think I'm gonna need an ear break soon. Yeah. Usually 45 minutes is as long as someone should sit down in a desk or whatever. It's good to get up and walk around, even if it's just for a few minutes. Right, 2010 Article 4. Standard compressor. Bring in the master chain. Export. Zip loop. Yeah, really having fun with those killer horns. On to the next one, minute 22 for that. Actually got a packet, right? Stinky ass asphalt. Stinky ass asphalt. I used to do the tarring. It was so much fun. No, though. It's awful, it's horrible. And the smell of tar just sticks in your clothes. I'm gonna drop that. Did I pack it? No, it's still packing. Okay. How long? Says it's done. What happened? Oh, it's still packing. Okay. There's just no loading symbol. Okay, so it's done now. Get this cut and dropped into here. And then I can close that. Save changes, no. Again, I don't know if I load or if I saved that properly. I'm sure that it did, but I gotta check. I don't know why it asks me if I want to save changes. I didn't change anything. Even just opening or closing a window in FL Studio constitutes changes. So. Oh yeah, it looks like it's good. Oops. Okay, what the hell? 2010, about it here. So again, this is another older one. I think I remixed this one like 4 times trying to get it right, and I never did. It's a bit of a smasher. Okay, so standard compressor. Needs an output. The strings remix. Clean that up. I think I like the original the most. This is 2010. And how long? That's crazy long. We'll go from here to there. And then export wave. Go. Gotta get it packed. That's about it. 3 and 4. Versions. Maybe I'll just continue for like the next 15 minutes and then just call the stream. We'll call this section of the stream. I wonder if I should just keep running and then just chop it all up later. It's a bit of a pain though to do that. Even what's more of a pain is shutting down a stream and then having to set everything back up. But it's probably best that I do. Because I'm not going to be able to get through this whole year. Like I said, it takes about a week to do a year. But this is looking like a skinny year compared to 2009. Yeah, it's just a lot of things repeating, but it's still quite extensive. What are these inserts? Seems like a garbage. How do you dump a whole set of inserts? That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of continuations. Workflow tracks. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to get that done all in one day. So let's make it as far as set a bait or point here, goalpost. Rest of A. There's only a few more in A. Me and B. Yeah, B looks like it might be whole day. Not even. B and C probably a whole day. I'll just make it through A. And yeah, I'll call it. So that's still running. Did I pack that? I did. On to Aeolian Horn. It looks like it's actually a cancellation. And of course, this was me exporting DSK strings. Pointlessness. Okay, that's Maximus with an EQ. It's not doing anything. Go ahead and toss it over here. And load master chain. Let's soften up that in here. Pull the compressor, standard compressor, bring in Maximus. Should make it sound like how it did. Drop this one. And there it is. So it sounds really sharp, but the de-esser should be holding it in place. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I just died. Did I lose my outputs? Did I mute something? What happened? Alright, I'm gonna have to reload that because I think I messed up somewhere. I don't know where, and I don't feel like diving to look and see where I messed up. Whoa. Okay, so Maximus over here. Replace the main. This. Drop the compressor. Bring Maximus back. Kill that. How long is that? Ooh, that's crazy long. Okay, so we're gonna export that as zip. And this is 2010. Is there a later version of this? AO, HR, HO. There is not a later version, so it can be exported without a date tag. It's not that generic of a name. Looks like this one's done. I'll close that. Do not save changes. I know that one's done. It's just being annoying. So this is going to take a few seconds more to pack. Done packing. Export. Wave. I got to shrink it down a bit here. Let's go chorus, verse, chorus. Cut everything else after that. Be a bit more reasonable of a length. Export. Wave, right? Export a minute. A little bit of a fast beat. Then one more. And then I'll get into some more detailed mixing. See if I can get Dope Pro done. Spend an hour on that, and then into music feedback, I guess, and beer. A couple beer in the fridge. Output compressor EQ again. Okay, EQ doing anything? It is not. Standard compressor, yes. What does it sound like? Interesting. Let's get this master on. Beer! I bought an 8-pack yesterday and I couldn't finish it. I just... Heartburn City. It's becoming more of a casual thing for me now. And it doesn't really go anywhere, but it sounds cool. I like that bass. Live stream? Yes, standard cap. What's happening, standard cap? I like that. It just doesn't go anywhere. I'll keep it. Maybe I can improvise on it. I don't know. Live streaming. So is there another STA? STA? That is the only one, so it does not need a date stamp, and it is not a casual name or a common name, so it can just go as is. Wow, finally. Standard cap always be coming through the reruns. Probably, right? Yeah. I've been more active, right? Because I'm unemployed right now, so... Yeah. Waiting for some calls. Until then, I'm going to be not catching up, but putting together some of my older stuff. Okay, so that got zipped. Let's export it now. And then I can flood the market with Primo beats. Okay, so that's done. That's fine. Don't want to save that. What's happening with you, though, Standard Cat? I'm not sure we've ever talked before. If we have, I apologize. There's lots of people coming through. You got this, homie. Okay, so I guess that's it for this session. I'm gonna kill stream. And then I gotta reset all the titles. And I'll be back for more mixing and mastering, excitement. It's not really like the best thing, right? Thanks for everybody that did come through. Apologize for the short stream, but it's only like you can only do so much, right? Before it gets really daunting. And I always have to have a dopamine kick. So whenever I'm working on projects, I need that dopamine kick. So for me, like listening to these older beats was the dopamine kick. But after a while, it's like, you know, candy, you eat too much of it, it gets gross. So yeah, I just need an hour a day is fine. Same with mixing. I'm really getting sick of mixing and mastering, like focused. But yeah, I always want to ask you why you don't use the faders of the mixer to turn volumes instead of the EQs on every track. I never really used to. I always ever used to use them for side chaining. So pretty much the main reason I don't use them is I like to cut and boost by decimals, and they're VCA, right? So I do believe that there is a number there, but I'm not sure that it's relative. So if we look in the top corner here, we have like this percentage and this number, but is that number really cutting by 6? So if we have something coming out at 9, I'm just going to kill the volume. And I just don't like the faders. They're just not really my gig. I prefer the trim or the gain on compressors and stuff, or even just using the parametric EQ. So if I push out a signal here, I just don't like them. Plain and simple. So if I push out a number here, right, it's going to play. Is it playing? I think it is playing. Okay, so let's go 1. Because the VCA, right? It's relative number. Can I get a steadier signal here? Hold. Okay, sustain. Release. I don't think I'm gonna. Makes no sense. So it's peaking out +6. If I drop this by and I look up here and I go by, say, 3 decibels. Yeah, okay, so it is sort of relative. I just don't like them. Plain and simple, I just don't like them. I don't like the way like this looks when you have a whole bunch of, you know, faders. If I had a big board, like a real big board, I probably would use the phaser because I'd have no choice really. But I just don't like this. It's the same. It would probably be the same question as why don't you use the EQs, the onboard EQs, right? I just don't like the control, the way they play. Yeah. And like I said, I'm not sure I ever actually have. And then there's a gain knob here, right? And then there's a gain knob here. Where is it? Gain knob here. So there's like gain knobs everywhere. And these ones just never really appealed to me. Because I always feel like it's a stretch to have to get here. You know, that's just always how I felt. Gain knobs everywhere. Gain knobs on the compressor where there's more control. That's another thing too. Plus these are post, right? So, you know, when you're in post, you got to look at here. It's past the compressor. We want to drive into the compressor or we want to cut the compressor. And this has no effect. So this is just post. And then it goes into the master. I have sometimes, but then again, I don't like them. That's another thing too. They sit at 100%, right? So if you want to boost, you only get what, 6, not even full 6. You only get like a full. So if you want a hot signal, you have to make it hot here first. And then, you know, mess with your fader after, which like doesn't really give you a lot of gain. It's like not even 6, it says 5.6 and it just stops there. Yeah. So thanks for coming through. I'll be back in like, I don't know, 15 minutes. I got to do a whole bunch of setup again. Get it right. Get it right. Do my plug. Check out my website, jwpsite.com for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. My Twitch, JWP stream, Facebook, JWP Meta, YouTube at JWPtube. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my Patreon, JWP Patreon. That's with 2 P's. There's exclusive content there for making your own audio plugins and synth edit. My GoFundMe, JWP Fund, or my PayPal, jwpmas@gmail.com. Likes, comments, subscribes, follows, whatever makes you click are appreciated. Thanks for watching. Until next time.